Hello. Okay, so let's share my screen straight away because I always start waffling about how messy my shed is. Get rid of that. Hang on, let me just see. Hold up. I'm trying to watch it on my phone, so at the same time, because I've realised that I've had the chat in the bottom left-hand corner, or the bottom right-hand corner. I don't actually need it. Let me just move this along. I'm going to move that to one side for a second. Because actually, so I'm going to move that there, right? And then, where's my reference image? Let's move that there. I'm trying to, because I had my chat on, oh shit. Yeah, move around. Why is that not moving around? Oh, that's all right. I've got it there. Yeah, so I had my chat on the screen, but then I realized it just made everything not look great. Let's get this guy. No, where is it? That's the one. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a Northface jacket, kind of. The client isn't Northface, it's another outerwear brand, but it's very similar to this. That happens a lot in the fashion industry, where they'll see something that they like and they'll be like, I want that, but my version. So I'm basically doing that for a customer today. So let's leave, here's the reference in that corner. Let's get rid of that for now. We don't need that. Let's see if I can see it. Just want to see it a little bit, just so I can get the proportions and everything right. Oh, that's my... Okay, so this, where is it? Sorry, I'm so disorganized today. Okay, so this is the... Hang on. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Okay, so this is... Oh, maybe I do need the chat on the bottom hand side. I might do that, because I keep looking at my phone like this, and it takes me away from there. Do you know what? I am going to put the chat there. Let's do that, and then if I put that up there, then that means I can put the chat in the bottom hand corner, and I can still talk to everyone. Okay, let's get the CLO up, and then yeah. So this is the brand's first sample, and they are going on sale, or they're starting their sales window, right? Wednesday. So their first sample came back like this. There was a ton of changes. So they've basically come to me and they've said, can you please 3D render our whole collection, because our whole collection currently looks like this and there's not enough time to resample it. So it's my job to basically create a 3D render that looks finished and nice, and then it allows the customers to buy, or the shops to buy from the brand, without actually physically making a final sample. So that is what we're going to do. Now you can see that the, where is he? Oh, I need this one. So you can see these are, hold up, where's that gone? Come on. So you can see these two are very similar in terms of very similar hood shapes. The toggles here are different. They don't have a pocket here. The pockets on the side are the same. The storm flap is the same. The cuffs are the same, and the general shape and look and feel of the fabric is the same. So that's why I'm using that one as a reference. For the fleece, so they want an internal fleece as well, like this. But I've got a block that I've created here. That's the block that I use on anything. So, oh, actually, if you go over to, where is it? Yeah, if you go over to my Patreon, I've just uploaded this actually. So if you're a Patreon member, you can download the block for free. And I've got a ton of other stuff that you can download. it's currently not on my CLO Connect store because I did have it, but they rejected it for some reason. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, if you want this block, just go to my Patreon because that's where it will be. Okay, should we get started? Okay, let's get rid of that one for now. Got the reference image there, and I need the chat up. Okay. Oh no, I've stopped sharing. Fucking hell. This live stream's going nearly as bad as the last one. If anyone watched the last one, they'll see that my kids basically came in. Well, they were in the garden for ages and they made a right racket. Okay, so first things first. So it's a men's block. So how long did that take? That took about 15 minutes to get into the actual tutorial. Sorry about that. Okay, so men's, we'll use, I always use Thomas. Okay, so we've got Thomas, got him in the A pose. That is fine. Okay, so I'm going to go to, I'm not going to create a block from scratch because I've got 6 garments to do before the end of tomorrow. So that's 3 each day. It's going to be tough. So I am using a block. Okay, so I'm going to do, this is a, yeah, this is set in sleeve. So the sleeves go around the armhole like that. Raglan sleeves are like that. I'm sure if you're designers, you already know that. So the hood, the neck is quite wide. So I'm going to use a wide neck. Thank you very much, Satzi. Satzi. Thank you for watching. Okay, let's get all these blocks. So this is a long sleeve. Don't need to worry about the collar because we'll come to that later. Okay. Okay, so that's the block. First thing we're going to do is get rid of these side points here. I don't know why that's over there. And we are going to push this. So I want to keep the armhole exactly the same shape, but I want to take it a little bit out. So maybe 1, 2, let's try 2 centimeters. So 1, oh, so you grab it like this, so that remains the same. So that's gone out. Hang on, sorry. Oh, so all I did there was move it to the left, which isn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to move the pattern out to the left. Because this is symmetrical sewing, it does both sides, so you just have to do one side. And then same, so right click twice. Every time you click, that's 1 centimeter. And by moving it out like this, that means that the shoulder is the same, it should be. So the block, oh, so the CLO3D block is actually wrong. Let's correct this. Let's change the block to 128, change length 128. Make sure the arrow is pointing outwards so it doesn't interfere with the neckline. 128, and look, make sure that arrow is pointing out. Okay, so now that measurement is perfect. Okay, let's simulate that for a second. Push those out. Remember, this is a jacket, so you need a little bit more extra. Okay, that looks fine. Once we sort out the material, that'll curve that off. Because at the moment it looks very blazery. But once you sort out the particle distance and things like that, that should push that down. And also put the arm down. That's why that's pushing up at the moment. Okay, so the armhole is not too bad. It could maybe do with being lowered. Yeah, I'm going to lower it. So let's lower it 2 centimeters. Make sure to do that both sides. Now this, so that's increased the length of this. So if we check the back length, so that's 268.4, and then change this length, so 268.4. This arrow is pointing up, which we don't want, so you go to end, and that's pushed that out. Well, you could push it out 2 centimeters by yourself, but then it wouldn't be very accurate. So now that the back arm hole is the same as that one, so that's exactly the same. So then the front is 254.7. Let's change that, 254.7, and the arrow was pointing in the right direction, so that's good. And that's basically dropped that armhole for us, which is good. Now the sleeves are incredibly tight at the bottom, so let's do it. I'm going to quickly do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 each side. So that's added 6 centimeters overall. So that looks good, and that looks like this. But you got to remember that there's a Velcro tab there. So actually, if we look at this one, see how wide that is. And the reason why they have it wide like that is because a lot of these jackets, they require gloves. Or the jackets don't require gloves, but when you're hiking, you're wearing your gloves. So you want to make your sleeves nice and wide so that the gloves can fit in. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I've taken that out. It's 12 centimeters in total, isn't it? It's 6 both sides. So it looks crazy big at the moment, but that's fine because we're going to pull it in and it's going to ruche all this up. What's your opinion about CLO3D competitions? I've never used it. Style3D looks good. I've seen some promising things on Style3D. I think potentially it could or is better. But you know, when you use a software, like I've used this for 5 years, it'd be very difficult for me to move over now. The only reason I would move over is maybe if CLO wasn't making any updates on the software, or if they weren't improving it, or if I saw a massive change in Style3D's workflow, and if it was worth putting in the time, then I would switch. But browserware looks awful, in all my opinion. And actually, Style3D, the workspace doesn't look very easy. I don't know. I've never used it. I've just seen previews of it. But I think CLO3D is the best, and that's why I kind of chose it in the start. Okay, so this is good. I'm going to put his arms down now because I want to get the proportions right. Avatar, and then pose. Let's put him into the A pose. Not the A pose, the attention pose. Well, what do you think about it? Do you just use CLO, or do you use all of them? Style3D is free, isn't it? I think it might be free. I read that. If it is, then like I pay $60 a month for CLO, which, considering how much I make each month, it's actually a very good deal, kind of on par with Adobe Illustrator and things like that. So, but I don't understand, if Style3D is free, then how are they developing the software? How's it going to get any better if they haven't got the investment? I almost don't mind paying £60 if CLO just keep improving the software every single month. Okay, this is falling a bit off the shoulder, which I don't actually want. Maybe I need to put that a little bit. Yeah, I think I need to put those. What I'm going to do, move it in. So I haven't moved the hem. I've moved there, so I've kept the hem out 1 centimeter. Did you try Unreal for your client presentation? No, so I was quite lucky. Within the team that I'm joined, there's a guy that can use Unreal. So I basically hand over all the Chloe stuff to him, and then he does all the Unreal stuff. It does look good, but it's, I don't know. I'm still quite happy with the renders that you can get in Chloe. Did you see? Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here. Did you see the this one? So this was my competition for the MCM CLO3D competition, and that was 100% rendered in CLO3D. I didn't take that into Unreal, so I don't know. If you can get the lighting right, it is quite good. I think one thing that Chloe doesn't do well is creating the environment within it. So this is like the background of this is just a JPEG, and I've created it in Photoshop and then imposed this on top, and then kicked up some dust and created a lens flare and things like that. So yeah, I think that you can do quite a lot in Chloe. It's for only until a limited time, I believe. Yeah, well, that makes sense because they need to make some money. How much does the underlining anatomy of the garment of the avatar? Massively. Like, yeah, like you have to get the measurements right. Like this is just a standard. I suppose that's it. Like if I was creating this for a person, or to send this off to a factory, I would have to get the measurements for the avatar beforehand. So I've made dresses before for a lady, and she gave me her measurements. So and then I put those into the avatar, and I've done it. Because this is just a 3D render, I don't need to do that. Right, let's try and pull these up. Because, yeah, that's better. Okay, let's look at the length, because the length is a little bit off. Let's grab the bottom there. Hang on, you can hardly see what's going on. So the length, cuffs there. Oh, that's pretty close. Maybe just take it down a centimetre. Yeah, I think that's fine. Do you know what I might do? I might do the cuffs like really early on. I normally leave the cuffs till like the very last minute, but I'm going to do the cuffs just because those sleeves are annoying me. How much they're out. So this is how I do elastic cuffs. Okay, so figure out where the inseam is on one of the sides. My computer's going quite slow. I feel like something's rendering somewhere. No, it's not. Oh, I'm simulating it at the same time. So always click this off when you're working with something. Okay, let's get a rectangle. Oh, I've lost my reference image now. Oh, there it is. Oh, hang on, let me just quickly check this reference, because this is the actual garment I'm referencing, not this one. Okay, so it's just rectangle. Maybe that's like 25 mil high. Let's check this. That is 40, so that's way too high. It doesn't have to be super accurate. I used Adobe Stager. I don't know what that is. Is that like an add-on to something? I just use Photoshop. Okay, so this is looking good. So I'm just going to get this strap here. Now within this, there's going to be Velcro, which would probably be about that size. And I'm going to put that there. So that's the Velcro on the inside of the strap. And then I'm going to move. No, I need to copy it. Copy, paste. I'm going to move it onto there. So let's say, because I want that cuff from there to attach to there. Okay, so what I do now is I take this and I clone a layer over, and I'm going to cut and sew this, and then you've got your strap. Now, actually, at first, I'm going to move that back here, and I'll explain why in a second. Oh, actually, no, hang on, sorry, tell a lie. Okay, so that's where that, hang on, it's connecting to the wrong parts. Okay, so what we've got the sleeve, that is attached to this, and that is attached to that part, right? So when you simulate it, it does this, okay? And then what you need to do is telling me that I am live. Hang on, I need to turn the notifications off. Okay, so I'm gonna like bit by bit move this like this, okay? If you do it all in one go, it basically cuts through the whole of the garment and it doesn't create this nice piece here. So let's just do it in a few. Oh, do you know what? I can get rid of that one because I know where it needs to go. It needs to go about there. Okay, so I'm taking it up. Don't fall. That needs to. It's creating a weird thing there. Okay, let's keep going. And one more. And there it is. So it's created that nice shape under there. I'm not too happy with this part. I think maybe the whole thing's just a tad too big. Maybe I'll take it in. Take it in 1 centimeter each side, just to get rid of some of that shape. If anything, that could do. I'm going to change the shape of this. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete the curves so it's a straight line. I'm going to split that and give it a point 100 centimeters down, and do that on both sides. And I'm going to move that in like that. So then this is more vertical. Look how much it's taken out from the inside there. And then smooth that there. And the reason why I did it both sides like that is so it makes it both sides are identical. It's looking better. Yeah. Yeah, that's looking better to me. All right, I'm going to strengthen this. I wonder what's going on here actually. Oh, okay. Hang on. I need to move these points. Yeah. And there we are. And then, okay, so you don't want this indentation here. what you can do is select this and then get rid of the normal map on the 3D seams, and that makes it all flat. And then I want to increase the thickness of this. That might be a bit too thick. Thickness 1.5. Also, I don't actually want it curved like that, so I'm going to change the curve geometry down to 50. It's a bit more like a few layers of fabric there. So that is my cuff. I'm going to mirror this, put that there, and I'm going to do this. So you see how the Velcro is coming out the side? I'm going to put that there. And let's, do I want to do it on the inside? No, I want to do it on the outside. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to create an additional clone over the top. And I'm just going to cut and sew that panel. So that part is the Velcro. Hopefully that will, no, I didn't sew it. Hang on. Here we are. Okay, that's perfect. Yes. So what I can do now, so that's, so one thing, you see this here, this shadow, we do not want that because it looks like it's like been pushed into it, which is not right. So again, the 3D seams, get rid of those. And I'm going to increase the thickness of this, not as much as the strap, but a little bit. So 1 millimeter, and then change the curve geometry down. And then we get that. Yeah, that's basically that. I'm worried about this kind of angle here. No, it doesn't. It's just got turned. Maybe it's because that's so heavy. Maybe I need to unstrengthen that. Yeah, that's it. At the same time, you've got this horrible thing going on here. It's because we've got that bit pointing out. So if I can do that by lowering the offset of the collision. Yeah, there we are. Maybe I change the offset of this collision as well. Ah, that's perfect. So it's made everything nice and smooth. That's it. So that's basically what I want to create. This, you see, this looks like it's maybe a shirt material. Hey, regular baller, you're my number one guy. Did you directly start with Chloe or came from others? I started with Chloe. So I'm a fashion designer. So I've been creating tech packs in Illustrator for forever. And then I all of a sudden wanted to add 3D into the services that I provide. So then I just started with Chloe. I've never even downloaded or opened. I've heard it's pretty much exactly the same. Okay, so that's the sleeve. Now to create this like more padded look, I am going to simply skin offset. We can just add like that. Let's say it's 7. It gives the whole thing this illusion of being a little bit padded. And also what you can do is, so this panel here, let's say the pressure, you can add a little bit of pressure. Did that do anything? I think it did. Hang on, maybe we need to add 2. Oh yeah, that definitely did it. Okay, so let's lower that to, yeah. You don't want to add too much, because then it just looks like a big balloon. But yeah, this is looking good. Even 1. Pressure 1. That's all I'm doing. Yeah. So that's how you create the volume. Okay, so that is that. Let's do that. This neckline is huge. I need to sort that out. I don't know what's going on there, because really, it's not that. It's the sleeve and everything's pulling it down. So really, I need to create the hood now. Right, I'm going to make him bald so I can create the hood. I created a good hood the other day. The video that I did the other day, I created a good hood. I'll do it from scratch just so I can show you. Okay, so get the shoulders here. And I'm going to just create a mock-up of a hood at this stage. So we want, let's start here. Oh no, got the wrong tool. Need the polygon tool. Start here. And we want to get, no, that is the wrong way of doing it. So I want to create a line that matches the collar. Okay, so then this goes up to his chin. It's going to come out like this because you want some volume at the front. Let's go around like this, and then let's go like there for now. So it's going to have a panel across the top. So that needs to be a right angle. That's the back, let's say there. We can correct all of these shapes. I really don't. Do you know what? I was watching, what's it, the garment guy the other day, and I was watching his tutorial, and there was so much within it. He did like, what was it? He did, oh, it was like if 2 lines were joined, it's like you right click and there was something here that added the point. And I've never even known that that was a thing. He's a good teacher as well. But his videos are so well polished. And mine, because I've got so much work on at the moment, I haven't got time to edit, nothing. So I'm just kind of doing these just so I can carry on uploading stuff. Okay, so let's measure this. So this is the front. We're going to add that to that, and then this goes here to there. Oh, that makes it insanely large. I think this neckline is going to be too big regardless. Do you know what? They have less content because it takes him so long, and they actually physically make each part as well. So like it must take, like that editing must take him at least, I don't know, 3 days. So I brought that in 2, by the way. I like their videos. He's actually the reason why I started, not started Chloe, but started streaming, because he had like 90,000 views on his Balenciaga video. And I was like, I could do something like that. I know how to use this program. I think actually it was the Balenciaga video, because I was looking at his tutorials. I was like, oh, I don't really do it like that. I do it like this, and he's a good pattern cutter, but I felt like he wasn't making sure the fit was 100% correct. I'm not knocking him, but like, because obviously he makes the garments as well. So I suppose Balenciaga outfits don't fit very well anyway. Whereas this jacket, if it doesn't fit, you'll know about it. I think that's the thing. Okay, let's try that again, because I don't... Oh, I reckon that's too small now. Okay, so he did this. It was like, so I want to add a point here. So you right click it, and then what the hell did he do? Snap to guide. Can't remember what he did now. Was it that? No. Add point. Yeah, that's it. Add point at the end. No. Hang on. Right. I need to work this out. Right. Right. Add point at the start. No. Add point at the end. Yes, that's it. You add a point at... But then it didn't mirror that. Oh, yeah, it did. Okay, yeah, he's right. Okay, so the back bit across the top is currently 27.1, which would be wrong. So I need my ruler. My kids... Hang on, I've got one of those material ones. I'm going to use that. Across the top, let's like put this on my head, right? It's going to be between 8 and 10 centimeters. I haven't got a technical jacket here with me. But no more than 10. So it's 2.7 at the moment. I'm going to make it 8. Okay, so that means that this point, I need to get rid of that point. So the point that I've just... Oh, sugar. Okay, so convert to curve point. So I need to create... So I need to split... do 40. So then that is that. And then... Yeah, so that means that the bit around top will be 8 centimeters wide. And then that creates a problem with this because... So what's the difference? So 13.2. So I actually need to make... I'm going to split that. 13.2. I'm going to get rid of that. Let's put that back there. And that... Yes, perfect. So I've just made sure that that part of the hood stops there. What would you say the most important thing when making a garment is silhouette, fitting, fabric, definition? Does it all feel leather, linen, cotton? What do I think is the most important thing? It's all important. Like, if any part of it looks wrong, like I've created jackets like this and sent it to a customer, and then they said, oh, it just looks plasticky. So then I know I have to go in to do the material. Do you mean like how it drapes? Because I find a lot of the times that all these, materials here, a lot of the time I don't actually use them because I use the textures, but I don't use the properties. Because, for example, this is just the simulation piece, and I manipulate it by, let's say, I don't know, if it's not falling right, I'll then go into the properties down here, the physical properties, and I'll adjust the stretch and everything to make it look right. Like if I know that I'm going to be doing a sweatshirt, I will use a terry sweat knit. But yeah, I didn't answer the question, did I? Silhouette, fitting, fabric. It's all important, really. Right, I'm going to copy and paste this. So you get one the other side. It's a bit like that. So I know that the width needs to be 8 centimeters. So I'm going to measure this. So it's 513.9. Let's go to the rectangle. Do 513.9. That's the width. No, I don't want the width like that. I want the height to be that. And then the width needs to be 80. the arrangement point like, oh, actually, no, I'm going to put the arrangement point on the top. Move it like that. Okay. And now this should fit perfectly to that. You see? So all those lines are looking correct. And now I know that the bottom here, oh, I need to put a center back point. So split, unify 2, and I know that that's 40. So I can just simply add that to that. I need to make sure this is also, this part of the hoodie isn't sewn down. All right, so that all fits. Right, moment of truth. Now, this isn't going to fit, by the way. This will look either too tight or too baggy, but it's what you do after that that's important. Let's sew this. There will be a centimetre where the button is. Let's see how bad it is. It's not too bad. Looks like Daredevil. Do you remember that? Was it Ben Affleck that did that? Okay, so we need a lot more volume. I'm going to strengthen it for now. Yeah, see that? Down here, there's way too much fabric. So that all wants to come up like that. Okay, so how long is that? 14, that's way too high. Should be at least 10. Let's do 10, just to get the height. Okay, let's get that. Right, that's 10. I think it might need to go to 11. Oh, I've got the offset on as well, so that's why it's pushing it down a little bit. Okay, you need to push it out. So this gives it volume at the front. It should do. Oh, it should do if the rest wasn't so tight. Look at that. I'm just going to hide that for a second because I want to see. Okay, so there's so much volume up the top here, which isn't too much of a problem because obviously you need space in the hood. So actually, I think I'm going to add more here. So I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off simulation for a second so it doesn't. So I clicked it once. So because these aren't, because I didn't symmetrize, that's not even a word. Because I didn't make them symmetrical, it's creating a bit of an issue. Let's see what that does. Now you need to constantly check that these are correct, because as you change the shape of this, it will change the length. Right, let's move that around. Oh God, right. These aren't the same both sides, but I will delete one eventually. Okay, so you see that that gave that a bit more volume on the back, and actually when you make that not strengthened, let's unstrengthen that for a second. Yeah, so you want a little bit of creasing at the back because on a proper hood, that's what allows you to tone your head. It's the top bit that's now the wrong part. This definitely needs more. It needs more at the front. You need a bit more here. Okay, let's move that down like that. And go out one more. And go down as well. Let's see what that does. It's currently pushing it out, which I don't want. It's giving it the volume here, which is incorrect. Right, I think first thing I need to do is correct the top part, because this has got a peak on it. So this needs to come up here, which can't currently do because this is too low. Let's convert that to a point. Oh, no. Convert. That's what I need to do. Let's smooth that. Now, what I'm going to do, I am going to... Oh, let me sort this out first, because this is clearly wrong. Right here. I don't know why there's a point here. Delete point. Move that down. I'm going to curve this one as well. Just a little bit, not as much as before. Delete that. And also I need to double check this. Let's get rid of that. Let's check this. So 510.9. What's this? Change length 510.9. Let's just match those. Align bottom. There we go. Okay, so this now will be exactly the same measurement as this, and that'll create more of a peak. And I'm going to clone this with stitching. That's it. That's the one. So hopefully, yes, everything's stitched, bar this bit here. Okay. Oh, I need to stitch that front bit. No, I didn't get stitched as well. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to strengthen it all again. Hoods are hard, by the way. Hoods are not easy to fit perfectly, but you can see how that has corrected the hood. It's going down, which is what we want. Now, you see there's like tons of volume here, which we don't want. So, easy fix for that. I'm going to create 2 lines. I'm going to cut some of this out. As simply as that. I'm going to cut that out and stitch it back together. This is like old school pattern cutting skills. Maybe might have gone a bit too far there, but let's see. Yeah, I think I went a bit too crazy there. Right, let's do half the amount. Let's go back. Okay. There is one of those. What's that tool? I should probably use this. No, I used that last time. It didn't work, so I've never used it since. I just find this easy enough. Okay, let's merge those two. That's done. I might as well smooth this out while I'm here. Smooth that and smooth that. Oh, there's just a panel just floating away. Right, so that's looking much nicer. Might need to take a little bit more out, but I think once I simulate that, yeah, that's a good hood. These lines could do with a bit of fixing. Yeah. I'm going to smooth these ones. I don't know what's going on there. Right. I think that's nicer. When did I start this, by the way? Was it 12? So it's been an hour so far. Okay, so we've got the hood looking good. And with this, oh, do you know what might be changing this? It's the offset of the skin. So maybe I need to put that down to 5, just so it's not, because the skin offset dramatically changes it. And also I wonder if I unstrengthen, right, just leave it like that for now. Okay, so that's the hood. Shape done, not anything else. I need tons of detail on that. Strengthen it just so it looks good for now. Okay, right, let's do, now we've got the hood sorted, we can do, hang on, just looking at this. Let me look at the reference image again. Oh, it's quite high. All right, I'm going to leave it that high. Okay, let's do the zip guard at the front. Now, I'm just going to look at this zip guard. This one looks quite wide, maybe 7 centimeters wide, that one. Now, because this jacket has a zip guard, I'm not actually going to mess around with doing a zip at all. It's kind of cheating, but if you can't see it, there's no point in doing it. If I had more time, if I had like a full day on this, I would do the zip for them, but there's no point. I need to offset internal lines, so it's 7, so 35. I want to do it both sides, extend. Yeah. How does that look compared? Looks a little bit too wide. Right, I'm going to do 6. Okay, so offset the internal, so let's do 30 and do both sides. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Let's do this. Offset 30. Okay, so we've got this. Now you can see this is not straight, but that's fine. We'll fix that in a minute. We need to know the length of our storm guard, which is basically those two measurements together. So hang on, I'm going to write this down. 763.4. And then the width is 60. Okay, let's get a rectangle. So the width is 60 and the height is 763.4. If I was creating a proper pattern that was going to a factory, I would round that up. I wouldn't keep it as 763.4. Okay, so here it is. Let's put that closer. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to stitch up this line. Start with the garment first, because then you don't have to measure it all. And then this one goes that side. And it all fits perfectly. Like that. Okay, now we've still got this problem where it's a little bit stretchy, like this. The way I get around that is, well, first of all, you would strengthen this, which helps a little bit. But I'm now going to create a separate material for this. So say storm guard. This could also be the cuff. But basically, you go storm guard and you go to physical properties and you go to trim hardware and you make that basically a solid piece. And now, oh bollocks, didn't really do it. Maybe there's just too much. I think, hang on, if I just pull these up, there's just too much weight on these sleeves, maybe. That it's like pulling at that point. Okay, that's a bit closer. Okay, that's it. Okay, so to make this look like it's standing off, I would do this. So that is that. I'm thinking, still has that problem there. That's probably because that's strengthened as well. If you unstrengthen that and keep that one strengthened. I wonder if it's also the angle here. If that's, yeah, it's a crazy angle for that to, it's almost like that needs to go straight at that point. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see. I wonder if it'll add a point. No, I could just do it like this. So I'm adding points there. And what I want to do is I want to get the body, that body. I'm going to align to the top. I'm going to delete the curves. I'm going to do the same this side. Oh. I'm going to align to the bottom and delete the curves. Yes, that helped. Because it was just pulling it up at that point. Just wasn't looking good. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is change the thickness of this panel. Like that. Oh, I'm going to get rid of the the 3D normal. That's fine. In fact, actually, I'm probably going to get rid of that piece. Oh, I know what I need to do. What I need to do is I need to create the Velcro pieces. So let's say that that is that piece. I'm going to put this aligned with this. And that's not straight. Rotate. There you go. Straight now. Okay, so that's where this needs to go. We're all in agreement there. Right, I'm going to create the Velcro pieces, or the Velcro rectangles within here. Right, let's create just one. That's good enough. Okay, let's do, I'm just going to, don't worry about the measurements yet. There's definitely one at the top. On there. Okay, so you've got all of these. So select them all and then do distribute vertically. And that'll make sure that they're all aligned. Okay, so now I want to move this here just so I can get them all in the right place. So these four, I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to hold shift at the same time. And I'll put them there. Now let's do this one. And I'll put that one there. even though I'm not actually going to be sewing that one on. Okay, let's sew that one there. Do you go above? Depends, because who's calling me? Someone's calling me, but don't worry. Would I look at, yeah, like the thing is, I've been a fashion designer for 15 years, so it's a lot of what I see here I can kind of figure out myself. I don't need to. There we are. Okay, so that's giving it the distance away that we want. I wonder if there's a... Do you know what? I wish they did. Like, you know how with the pins, you can define how far away you want it to sit. I wish they did that for the sewing as well. They maybe do, but tension, would it be that? Sewing line type. Right, now I'm not going to start faffing around with that. I could be experimenting for days. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the 3D again, because then that will free up or make it look invisible on the top, which is good. That's what we want. Okay, perfect. Right, so that's that. There seems to be a stitch line, so there's a stitch line there. That's fine. There seems to be underneath the line there, and about there seems to be a horizontal line. So let's add that in. Is that under the armpit? No, it's about there. Okay. And I want that to follow through to the back. I'm pretty sure it does anyway. Let's look at the reference. Oh, it's hard to say. We'll just do it anyway. If we have to get rid of that, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, no, I'm very early on. I'd be looking at every single detail, trying to find references, but I don't. You kind of get to know that there's so many generic details across all these garments. I'm going to cut and sew that. It's fine, I think. And the pockets, these pockets are really simple. They are. Now, I can't really tell, so he didn't lift his arm up here. So I don't know, but these pockets look very similar to these. It's hard to say. But to be honest, they'll be on the side anyway, so you won't be able to see them that well. So if I go there, like that, once I get all this done, I only send the clients the front and back view. So, okay, so to create this panel here, I am going to clone over. Oh, actually, before I do that, I'm going to do a offset. Reverse, offset, maybe 25 mil. And then we'll clone over. So that's a panel that's on top, but then we just delete this. So we just cut that and we get rid of that piece, and that means that we have got these panels that are ready, and they should already be sewn on. Yeah, so that's all sewn. Everything's sewn perfectly. There we go. And you've got a little flappy bit here. That's good. Oh, do you know what I probably need to do? Which I should have done before I did all of that. No, the quickest way would be is, because the zip doesn't go all the way to the bottom, it just goes to there. That's 102. Is that good? Is that good? Is it doing it? Yeah. That's good. Happy with that? Okay. This is, do you know what I struggle with clothes? The backs always look bad. This bit here, always. I really struggle with the backs. Let's look at the reference image again. So really, oh, there's two snaps here. Oh, damn it. There's a snap there, not a, not a bit of Velcro. But, to be fair, we're not going to see that. So we can get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Oh, and also, it's fine. I can just leave that there. That doesn't matter so much. All right, let's get the snap sorted. So add, let's get a button. What's this one? Shank button. That'll do. We'll just make that look. Let's do 10. Oh, 10 off by 10. Let's change. So the depth. So we've changed the depth. Like that. And then the diameter would be 15. No, probably like 14. There we are. And then we're going to add one down here as well. It's 10. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so it's one there. I think at this stage I'm going to smooth those just a tad. There's no edge. Is that crispy? Okay. Right, we need to look and see what is the inside of the hood like. Oh, that's what's going to help the hood. I haven't done the internals. Let's do this. Let's turn those like that. Okay, so let's do the internal of the hood now. So I'm going to grab those three and do layer, clone, under. Now you need a facing on here, oh, and here. So create an offset, distance, make the offset 30 centimeters. I'm going to curve that point as well because that looks ugly. Normally I'd curve that all the way down, but you'd be fine. Oh, hang on. So this line here is not parallel to that line. I mustn't have selected it correctly. Yeah, because if you select here and then do it, it doesn't do it right. Select there, there. Offset internal lines. That's it. It's done it now. Okay. In fact, it's going to be on the inside. I don't need to do that. Make sure I do this point as well. And now you cut and sew those bits. And let's do the... Do you know what? I just realised all these materials are all different. And the only one I need different is the storm guard at this stage. So I'm going to do fabric 1. Let's just make sure that that doesn't dramatically change anything. No, it's fine. Let's delete these other materials. Did I just get rid of that storm? Oh, Do you know why that wasn't working? Do you remember I couldn't get that to look right? It's because I didn't actually apply. Hang on. Oh, for God's sakes. See that? I was wondering why that wouldn't do it. It's because I didn't apply the Stormguard material to that panel. What an idiot. Right. That's good. Now, that should all be stitched and everything. Okay. Let's strengthen the internal of the hood so it creates a nice shape like that. It's looking really nice actually. I'm happy with this so far. I think I've got a bit of a cold, by the way. I'm happy with the width of this hood actually. Sometimes the hoods go in, which you don't want. I'm actually quite happy. Right, I think it's time to say goodbye to Tom. I haven't got rid of him, but I've like deleted him. I wonder. I think the internals of this will look like a mesh. So actually, what I'm going to do, I had a fabric on a previous project. Let's have a look quickly. It is current projects, Joseph. Oh, everything's to the cloud. Right, hang on. Maybe if I open it this way. My folders need a serious cleanup. Okay. Oh no, I'm never going to find it. I hate that when it, oh, boot internal. I think that was it. Let's see. Nope. It was the texture I want. Boot page, repeat, internal. Ugh. Why won't it show me the, because everything's, hang on. Have you ever used CLO3D avatars? I have, and I used to use them all the time until the, hang on. Do you know what? I'm going to open this project and then I can just steal the material from it rather than trying to find the texture. Yeah, I used to use, oh, while I'm doing this, I'm going to save this because I always forget to save. About an hour and a half in, I still haven't saved it. Okay, so desktop, yeah. Yeah, I used to use DAS models all the time. But ever since the AI model update, I haven't used them once, to be honest. Because it was always a pain, like importing them in never looked good in CLO. And then to make them look good, you'd have to export it to DAS. And then you'd have to take all of the maps and everything over to there. And I just, to add that onto your workflow is such a headache. So look, I've got this nice, this looks like a, get away. This material here, this was like a boot that I did. Sure. Unstrengthen, unfreeze, freeze, unfreeze. It was just a 3D inlay of a boot. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this material, put it here, and then I've got a texture. Okay, let's put that there. I could probably do going a little bit. Why do you currently use DAS? Oh, hang on, I've lost my chat and my reference image. Just based on the do you I think that they look more realistic, and and obviously they've got better muscles and their faces are way better. But I think if you look at the actual measurements, I think CLO are more accurate. So if you were making a size medium men's jacket, I would use CLO models. If I was doing a presentation, I would use DAS. Okay, I'm gonna. What I want to do now is I want to create. Oh, do you know what? Rather than doing that, I'm going to just use this straight offset. Tape is normally 10, 12. So I'm trying to create the taped seams. So let's do it over, cut and sew. Oh, did I just do cut? I want cut and sew. Cut and sew. Now on this bit, the tape is always a tad darker, a shade darker. So I'm going to add that. Oh no! Where's that on the outside? I want that to go on the inside. Oh, maybe yeah, I know what I did. That's silly of me. Easiest way to fix this is do this and make sure the layer is lower, and then it will fix itself. There we go. So we've got tape on the inside now. Oh, let's sort out the layers again. Yeah, so I've got tape on the inside of the jacket. I don't need to tape those seams. That's all fine. I'm going to get rid of the 3D lines, the mapping. Better. Okay. Oh, I feel like I need to put that zip there. Because I know that if they ask me to do like an angle like this, there's going to be no zip. Okay, I've got to stop being lazy. Let's put the zip in. Okay, so let's do this. Internal line, internal line. So offset internal line, it's going to be 5mm, both sides. And I'm going to cut, not cut and sew. And then cut. Oh, annoyingly, there's still on the facing. There's still one. Okay, cut and sew. And again, here. Where is it? Offset internal. My eyes aren't working there. Oh, I did cut and sew, but you don't need to cut because I'm just deleting it. Okay, so we've got this gap now here. Let's add the zip in. Let's get the zip tool. I'm just going to get this angle, so I definitely get that outside. I'm going to pull that down to there. Double click. No, it's not letting me. So what I'm going to do, it's not letting me on the 3D. Oh, I did there. Hang on. There we go. Let's get that. Double click. Now I cut away 1 centimeter's worth of fabric. Now the zip has to be exactly the same or else it's going to mess up my storm guard. So I'm going to click on it. They always do, yeah, plastic one's fine. It would be a size 5. It sees the total width. That's gone to 15. I'm going to change that down to 10. Simulate that. There you go. Hasn't messed up all my work. Now this is annoying. It's like the longer it goes on, it's going to fall further and further. I wonder if there's a problem with, where's the storm guard? This one. So it's turned. I wonder if, let's look at the reference image. No, normally on big jackets, you have like a twin stitch there that you could kind of fix that with. Oh, there seems to be a Velcro here. So let's add that. What side does it go? Go this side, wouldn't it? Hang on, I'm going to do rotate, parallel to. Did I just move the hood? No. Okay. Also, I want to get. I'm going to copy this. I need to put a snap here as well. Let's do that. But obviously, that's not what the internal snaps look like. I think I've got one. There we go. Like that. I need to create a bit of Velcro here. So offset, no, I need to put a layer over. That's what I need to do. Let's get that cut. Delete that piece. There we are. Okay, that's Velcro. You don't even see it. This is like super bulbous, this. I'm going to flatten that a bit. And maybe shrink it. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. I think the outer is nearly done, but I need to obviously sort out the rendering fabric and the stitching and everything. So let's start doing that. Oh, do you know what I need to do? I need to make sure this arm is the same as that line. But actually, I'll do the stitch work first, and then we'll get back to that. So there is a stitch at the hem, but if this was a, yeah, that's got a stitch at the hem as well. Okay, so it's not 100% like Arc'teryx style taped seams. It's not super clean, which is fine. This looks a bit odd here, doesn't it? How it's just like this indent, and really it should be this material is above that one. So let's look at that. I think you can do directional. I think we have to do directional B. No, directional A. I got it wrong. There we are. Although it looks really intense. Let's do thickness 1, intensity 50. Yeah, that looks nice. Like that. I need to make sure the back is exactly the same. So directional and A. Yeah, that's correct. Oh, I didn't change the thickness. Thickness is 1 millimeter. It's looking good. Okay, what I'm going to do, all of this is looking a little bit sad and droopy. I think what I'm going to do is change the weight down to 5. It doesn't pull it as hard. I am going to change the pose. So what happens is when you're working on it, it just pushes everything underneath the arms. So I'm going to put his pose back to a T pose. Yeah. I wonder if the back is just too wide. It almost looks like there's too much material on the back. Yeah, stop the thing for a minute. Where is that? Actually, you can tell that there's too much material on the back because, so this line here needs to go straight down. So I know that there's too much material there. And that's what's causing all of this excess. If there's too much material on the front, it pushes the front forward. So let's do 1, 2. So I'm taking in the back 2 centimeters. Just try and fix that problem. That should pull the front back a little bit. I've still got this massive problem with this. I think the issue with this is, again, there's just too much fabric here and it's pushing everything back. It helped a bit. Yeah, that looks better. Does the front need to... Let's move these 1 centimeter. Yeah, see that line now? It's going straight down. I don't know if this technical term, but like we would always call it the balance. So the balance of garment is off if the side seams aren't correct. And I think all of this is to do with the stretch of the material. So I think now I'm going to change the material up. Let's see if we can change the properties of this material, because we don't want it to be stretchy at all, and I think it's got a little bit of stretch in it at the moment. So let's change it to, actually I'm going to change all of them at the same time. I'm going to go out and do the nylon canvas. Let's give it that. Okay. Something weird's going on there. I need to check the, yeah, that's weird. I was pulling it in the wrong place. Yeah, that's correct. Yes. Okay. Nylon looks good. This is really annoying me how it just doesn't sit right. Because this isn't as flappy as this. And it's strengthened, so it shouldn't be doing that. Let's go back to here. Well, that's because I changed it to, that's why. I changed everything to the nylon canvas. I need to change that back to the, where is it? The trims. Hardware and trims. That's it. Trims, hardware. There we are. And also, I think I'm going to change the pressure on this. So if I add, -5, push it back into place, or similar to where I want it to be. Yeah, it's just kind of hovering. This hood's bothering me a bit. All the internals are messing up. I might increase the weft on here. Okay. I want it to be stiff, but not too stiff. So I'm going to strengthen the inside. So it pushes it out. And maybe even change the pressure. So if I change the pressure to like something ridiculous, like 70, does that to it. Oh, nearly coming off his head. Come back. If I change it to something like 10, it's just going to push it out a little bit. Okay. Oh, that's, you can see inside there, it's like, because the zip isn't attached to it, yeah, it's not, it's all folding in the wrong place. Let's see if I can correct that by sewing this to this. And then this one to this one. Just doing something strange. Don't know quite what's going on here. It might be because of this material on here. It's just like, maybe it's just too stiff. Oh God. Max, go wash your hands. My son just picked up this really dirty stick, and it looks like he's just about to go to the cinema. And he's just picked up the dirtiest stick you've ever seen in your life. Okay. Has that corrected it? Don't like how this is doing this. Although you do see that a lot on these. I wonder if I can change the shrinkage of this. Yeah, that kind of works. Hang on. It brings it in. Okay. I'm going to unstrengthen the top one to allow that to kind of move up. Okay, the shape of this is looking good. It's just there's a few little details that are annoying me, like this. Maybe it's the particle distance. That's like particle distance 20. That's probably why. There you go. Right, okay, I think I need to change the particle distance on all of this. Like, let's change it all to 10. Yeah. That's looking better. Okay, let's lower the arms now. I feel like, actually, before I lower the arms, I'm going to copy this arm over. Where's this other arm? Oh, it's there. Okay, let's, some pattern pieces. It's not letting me do full symmetry, so I'll just copy and paste to this side. Then I'll have to sew the arms on myself. Let's do this side. Goes here. There we are. Press the arms on. I feel like the waistband could come in a little bit. Just having a little bit there. So what I might do, let's turn off simulation for a second. Hang on, sorry. I'm not happy with how this hood is looking. Like there's a point there. Is that because the pressure on that? So maybe I need to put a pressure 10. Oh, I know what it is. It's because this one has shrinkage and this one doesn't. So if I do that, yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I think there's a little bit too much shrinkage there actually on these panels. Geez. Let's do that to 95. Oh, 95. It's just pulling it in far too much. It's pulling all this in as well, which doesn't look good. Okay, this is a problem here, the neckline. So what I think the problem is that it's trying to force it to be 180 degrees. So you need to put that to 0. Let's get this one as well. Just to be 0. No. Oh, didn't do anything. Why is that? Oh, I know why. It's because we need to detach these parts. Because we don't see the internals, so we can get rid of that. Yeah, that's looking better. Okay. I'm worried about this hood shape. The fact that it's not curving around like this and that is poking out. Let's look at the reference. I think the client will pick up on that. And I think it will be a problem for them. So let's see if I can solve it through pressure. So I think that's too bloody much now. So I've given it 70 pressure. Let's see what. Do you know what it is? Like I should have really, the pattern needs a little bit out of there, but because I've done all of this work now, I'm going to leave that as is. And if they bring it up, then I can change it, but I think it'll be fine. Right, this is annoying me. I feel like there's too much material on the top part of this. Let's add a point at the start. Okay. Oh no, it didn't do it. Right. Select that, then add a point at the end. Did it do it? Right. I need there to be a point there. It's not doing it. Right, I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way and just press X. There we go. Okay, I'm going to resolve this by simply lowering that 1 centimeter and also this. Yeah, that seemed to have helped. Yeah, there was just too much material there. Okay, that's looking good. Yeah, happy with that. I wonder if this internal needs extra. To help it push out of the sides there. Like there and there. It might just be where the arms are going up. So this is, the arms are pushing up and then pushing into the neck. I think that might be doing it. I might change that back down to that. Right, changing the position now. Back down to the A pose. Okay, now let's start adding a bit of colour. I'm going to get rid of the red lines and also the blue lines. It's just that. Now, what colour? Well, we'll just make it the orange that's on here. Let's just get that for a second. Okay. Ah, what did I do? Did I add it? Yeah, there it is. Apply. I just didn't apply it. Okay. And the internal material, I might actually just make it darker. It will still have the texture, just not as much. I'll make this a tad darker as well. Right, let's quickly You got a new stick? Well done. My boy's doing martial arts in the garden. I'm gonna change the offset. Here, Max, I'm videoing. Go away. Here, you off to the cinema? Are you going to cinema? Yeah. Are you going now? When are you going? Okay. No worries. Alright, so I'm changing the skin offset so it makes it a bit more padded. Definitely need to bring that waistband in. Let's get rid of Thomas for a second. So at the back, yeah, you can see I definitely need to bring it in. So what I'm going to do is create a panel at the bottom. So offset internal will be 30 centimeters. Hey Tan, I do not know Blender. So many people ask me this. I wish I did, but I've got it on my computer and I tried it a few times. But oh man, it's hard. I can't figure out the nodes. The nodes is just like another language to me. I'm from Essex originally, but I live in Belfast in Northern Ireland. Hang on. Layer under. Where are you from? Oh, I didn't do that one as well. Layer under. Vietnam. I get so many people from Vietnam on here. I think it's because there's like obviously the industry over there is so strong for garment manufacturing. Is that why? I've never made anything in Vietnam, I don't think. Me personally, oh, I might have like had some jackets for other brands made. I don't know what you say. Your English is good. Your writing English is good. Or are you using the translator? Sorry, I'm talking really quick. What was the question? No, I was basically saying I get a lot of people from Vietnam watching this because I think the industry and the manufacturing over there. Okay, so that's created this, which looks quite bulbous. But if I select them all, and then I change the weft, and it basically draws that in. Don't know if that's going to be a bit too much. I think that have I got a pressure on that? Yeah, I do. Let's get rid of the pressure because it's the model's belly is here, and then that bringing that in was just too much. Problem is, I need that to not go in there, but then at the same time that creates a problem up here. Oh, do you know what? I think I'm just gonna stitch that up to the. I was trying to make it all look lovely and realistic, but in reality, it just caused me a right headache. Let's say that goes there. Let's put that there and Max, can you stop whistling? I'm trying to record this. She's in the garden whistling like a little old man. I'm going to stitch this there. Okay, so that draws that close. There's definitely a problem with this hood and the shrinkage. I just need to, do you know what? I changed all the wefts and the warps. I need to just have 100 because it's just playing with it so much. See, yeah. See, now that can go up where it wants to. Do you know what's also bothering me? Right, let's get rid of that. Yeah. That's a bit better. Right, now I want to get rid of, obviously, this here. Oh my God, my boy. You know what boys are like? It's just in the garden hitting stuff. Just hits everything. Okay. Okay, happy with that. I wonder if I unstrengthen this, is that going to send everything? Definitely needs to be. I might cheat a bit here. You want to create mock-ups in Photoshop for selling on free pick. How do you do it? What, garments? What's free pick? Let me have a look. Oh, hang on, I've got onto my streaming one. Free pick. Check. Okay, so just like this, yeah? Well, that was an ad for something. Well, that's the actual website. Search hoodies. So hoodie hoodie mock up. Okay, gotcha. So like this. Well, these are all pretty awful. Yeah, it's really simple. We don't even need to make it. Look, I've got a there's a link in the description. You can go to my Clo Connect store, and there should be. Max, can you go away? Yeah. And stop making holes in the garden as well. Yeah. Right. Yeah, there's loads of like free blocks. I think there might be more hoodies in here. No, I don't have hoodies. Oh, I'll tell you where I might have it. Okay. My Patreon. Do I have hoodie? Hang on, let me check. I'm pretty sure I had some hoodie blocks. Yeah. If you go onto my Patreon and become a member, you can download these. CLO3D hoodie and sweat streetwear blocks. I don't know what membership you have to have. Hang on. Available for all members. Yeah. So just sign up and go down and you can just download these and just render them how you like. There you go. Links in the bio. Okay, let's get back to this. Right. How are we looking? This is looking good, but there's, yeah, the material is just looking wrong. I feel like there's just too much weight. Right, so this is the material for the majority of stuff. I'm going to get rid of all the weight, so it's basically floating in the air. And I want to take this back. I'm going to strengthen it. And get rid of all this. Because the back just isn't fitting right. I don't know why. Because that's not how backs look on jackets. I suppose it kind of is. I feel like it's just falling weirdly. Maybe that's all it needed. It just needed to be strengthened. What about this front as well? If I strengthen that, just to give it a little few less creases. Not really. I'll strengthen that. Okay. Yeah? Send me a DM. Okay. I think the back looks fine with the strengthening. The sleeves. Do you know what? Maybe what I need to do is change the particle distance again. If I change the particle distance on all these panels, it's currently 10, so let's change it down to 8. Cheers, man. I'll speak to you soon. Oh, okay, so this is starting to look good. Promising. Okay, so I'm happy with the hem, happy with all that. Right, needs to do a little bit of stitch work now. Now this is super, super fine stitch work. So let's look at the cuff as an example. Oh, Velcro. Let's do Velcro. So everything that's Velcro, I'm going to change to this material. And I don't need to do that because you don't see any of the others. Okay, so for this material, I'm going to go fabric, and it's going to be the Melton. So the Melton wool is what I use. because it has a little fluffiness to it. Let's get rid of the color and do orange, but then do a darker version. There we are. There we go. Right, let's do the stitch. So add. Let's get the free line tool. So we want to edge stitch here. So obviously at the moment that looks revolting. What we're going to do, we're going to actually, the distance doesn't look too bad. The thickness I'll change to 80. The length looks fine. I'm going to change the I'm going to change it from matte to silk and satin. I don't know if you've ever looked at threads on anything. They're made of nylon or polyester, so they always have a sheen to them. Color-wise, again, I'm going to change it to this, but then knock it down. Actually, no. Keep it the same, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a 3D line to it. So you might have come across this problem. I talk about this every single time. As soon as you click the 3D, it doesn't show on here. What you need to do is go to the thickness, click up and down, basically, and it gives it your thickness. Thickness, I just need this tutorial I want. You want this tutorial? It's on YouTube. I'm going to upload it. Everything I do, I always just upload it. Don't worry. Check the link. What link? Oh, you sent me something on Instagram. Was it on Instagram you sent it? Let me see. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, I'm so bad with technology. Requests. No, in chat. You sent me a link. Oh, hang on. Where did you send me a link? Oh, in chat. Hang on. Where in chat did you send it? Or did you put it on comments? I'm not sure. Did you send me a link above? Oh, hang on. Yeah. Oh, no. That was wrong. I don't have it. Send it again. Put it. No, I don't see the link. Okay, hang on. So I think that's still a little bit too much. So 1.5. Yeah, that's good. Right, okay, so we've got the stitch established. So what I'll do now is I'll put that on all the other parts. So here I need it. I also need it. I need to put it on the other side of that line. Hang on. I need to reverse these ones. Flip. Nope. Did not want to flip that. Oh, it's just not showing because it's... Hang on. What's going on here? Let's get rid of the... Something came up. Hey, okay, cool. I just got the link. Accept. Free pick. Accept. Oh, like sportswear kind of stuff. Yeah, I can do stuff like that. Hang on. Let me see. I have done... Let me look at my Jarrell sportswear. Let's see what I've done. I've done like NFL stuff. like sportswear like this. Done stuff like that. Yeah, basically. Let me see if I've got any final UK football teams. So yeah, I do like football team kits and things like that, like this. So yeah, stuff like that's possible. I'm on chat. What do you want? You look lovely. I'm on thingy. Streaming. I don't know. When do you need me? Why? Why do you need me now? I am. What do you want? Yeah, you could. Right, what do you want? There's people listening. What do you want? Come. What do you? Yeah, but you're going to the cinema. What for? Onions. What do you need me for? Just text me what you need me for. I'll go. Fuck. What? That's my wife there. I'll send you a link on Instagram. Yeah, no, I can do that. If you send me, basically, just like these guys here, if you send me the reference image, I can then create it for you. That's not a problem. Sorry, my wife totally interrupted then. I'm going to remove the linking there, because that doesn't need a stitch there. This one here needs to be further out. So let's move it along. There it is. No, it's not. Do you know what? It's because for some reason the thickness of this, what is that? That one is different to that one. Why is that? I think that, you remember earlier I did the A and the B. Is that why? No, surely not. I don't know, maybe that'll come out different in the render. They're not my neighbour, it's my wife. Right, hang on. I think that needs to be a little bit. Okay, so that one's offset quite a lot. Okay, that's fine. And I think I'm going to move. Yeah, that's it. I need to move that one to there instead. And I'm also going to this line here. Yeah, no, they look like they're made in CLO3D. They don't look like you would buy the blocks. You'd create a block and then just change the graphics within them. You know, that makes sense. Like those garments aren't 100% made in Photoshop for sure. Okay, I need to add a stitch line here. Is that good? That's good. All right. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's do one on the armhole. yeah, if I was recreating those for you, I would simply make the 3D model in CLO, do it in black and white or grey, and then alter that and do it in Photoshop. Right, just change those ones. I need to stitch it around this storm guard now. Like that. There we are. Let's put stitch line on here. 2 that I need to do. 1 there, 1 there. That's good. Right, now for the hood. Is that good enough? No, I need to do the, I need this one, not that one. Ah, there doesn't seem to be anything there, so I need to, why didn't that work? I think that's going the wrong direction. And what about the textures? Again, like the textures, I would do it all in CLO, for sure. Because you do the texture, if you got a Terry Sweat texture, then you just need that to follow through in your render. All right, that's that. Let's do the top of the hood. Like that. I'm gonna do, yeah, this line here as well for the stitching, and then this one here, like that, like that. There we are. Okay, so that's all looking nice. Oh, the back needs the stitch across as well. All right, this is looking pretty good. So, is the particle distance down enough? Right, let's go on the buttons. What color are the snaps? Snaps are like a dark grey. Oh, hang on, I can delete that, delete that. The buttons look like a plastic, like a matte plastic, so I'll do that as 20. And then they're like a dark grey, like that. There we go. The zip as well. Let's go to the colorways. And then just change the zip to a dark grey as well, just so it doesn't stand out. Okay, let's get that into position. And I'm going to get some custom blocks. Let's just do that for now. Okay, let's see how this comes out in the render. Fingers crossed. Can you make one short video in week or near exporting only models and creating mock-ups in Photoshop? Like these. So on the flip. Well, I can kind of half show you here. So hang on. So if I'm creating a render here. Okay. Okay, so just need to change the render properties. And then those side seams, they're so wavy, those parts. Okay, That's looking okay, but those side seams are looking so wavy. I just want to go back into here. I'm going to strengthen those, and I'm also going to sew that panel down. Why does it not let me do it? Oh, it's because there's already partially, there's still a sew line there, so I'm going to take that up to here. Okay, and hopefully this will sort out the waviness. Kinda. That should not be as I think what I'll do is I'll strengthen this one as well. It's all looking a bit strange there. I want that to be straighter. I think that'll do. Let's have a look. Okay, so the render properties, hang on, what ones did I pick? Passenger, got the lighting. I'm also going to change the material at this stage. Hang on, I can get rid of that, Okay, so I've just got this. The nylon material that I like at the moment, I make by doing this. So go to fabrics, put poplin, and we're going to use this purple one. I'm just going to copy these over to here. Let's open this. I can't now. I'm doing this jacket. Now I'm here watching. I can't do personalized. It's not what I do. Okay. Okay, so that's added a bit of texture to it. So that'll make it look less plasticky. Currently it looks like a big toy. Okay, so that's made it nice and matte. I think I can knock back this blackness in here. Make it a little bit grayer. Let's put that down there. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, one thing I'm going to do is increase the thickness of that so that that edge is thicker, because it's very sharp on that corner. And let's look at this. Okay, everything else looks fine. We can do that. Something wrong with the material that I'm just not liking at the moment. Is it the... I think it's because it's matte. If I make it silk, is it the... I think you do silk satin and then you have to knock it back. Let's have a look. No, that's not it. It's really, right, hang on. Right, I'm just going to do this very quickly. So look, let's say I've got this, right? Let me get a garment. Okay, so let's say I just need a grey garment. This one will be all right. Okay, say you've got this, right? That's your garment. You've made that in CLO. And then, okay, let's go over to here. Oh, sorry. Go over to here and just put in what graphic tee, like, let's say dog photo graphic. I don't know. Okay, let's say you want to put this beautiful photo of a dog. Right, hang on. I need to get a larger image. Oh my god, I just want one image. Okay, that's it. Okay, so I just want this. All right, taking that. Hang on, I need to save it. God damn it. Right, hang on. Got to turn off my notifications. Hang on. Turn on my notifications. All right. Oh my god, this is taking so long. Right, let's get this. Right, so I've got my dog. You get it. Right. And then go over to Photoshop. Put them over the front. Put them like that. And then you go up to here, the opacity. And you change it to normal maps. There you go. It's bloody dog. Then you basically get rid of that. That's how I'd do that. Or you can play around with these. There's all different ones that you can do. No, I can't a minute. Hang on. But you get the point. Like, if you got the mock-up of the garment and then you got your graphics, and then you just put them on 2 layers, and then you can just put it over, right? That makes sense. Anyway, I gotta get back to this. I gotta get like 3 garments done today. I'm gonna go back to shiny. Just knock that down to 30. See if this works. This one. Hang on. I need to get rid of all these. Do you ever change? I do change the properties of the materials sometimes, but I try and get as close as I can. Sorry, I try and get as close as I can without doing that. Like, especially when I'm doing like down stuff, I have to change quite dramatically. No, you do understand me. You do it now. I'm not doing it now. I'm got this on. I'm doing this job at the moment. I can't do your job. Do you understand? Okay. Okay, let's change this up because I feel like there needs to be a bit more texture in here. It still looks all a bit too plasticky at the moment. Okay, that's looking nicer. Yeah, I think that's pretty much done. So what I'll do now is I will save this, because dear God, I haven't saved it since the very start. And what I'll do is, I think the client needs a few no, you haven't offended me, it's fine. I'm just busy. So busy. I've got like 30 garments to do for this deadline. It's crazy. I think I need to change the inside of that as well. No, I think that'll be fine. Okay, so that's saved. I'm going to save this off. What? I don't understand what's going on there. I'm getting so many notifications now. I need to turn the notifications off. Okay, I'm going to save this off. And I think that one done. Right, that's that one done. I'm not going to put this one up on my Patreon because it's for a client. But there'll be tons of other ones that you can look at. And yeah, I'm going to save this off and I'm going to clock off now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Oh, hang on. And I'll see you again soon. Cheers, guys.